Vaush, the far right, is now Finland's second largest party. Yeah, I heard about that. Right as they're joining NATO as well. It's interesting how Ukraine has seen a resurgence in public belief in liberal democracy because they're being attacked by a fascist dictatorship right now. And on the other side of things, you have Finland, which is joining NATO, but the far right seems to be gaining prominence there. The far right here also hates Russia. Yeah, but the far right in Finland hates Russia because they're nationalist. Not because ideologically there's a great grievance here. It's just a matter of Finland versus Russia. It's like the Banderite Ukrainians who are far right and hate Russia because they're Ukrainian and not, Russian. But ideologically, it's the center right, not the far right. Is that so? Is it the National Coalition Party? The True Finns. Wow, that's quite a name. Are the True Finns working with the National Coalition Party? Finns rose to become one of Europe's most prominent right populist parties. Okay. Founded in 1995. Rise in popularity. They're Nazis? Everyone but me is a Nazi. That's not anything new. Ideologically, the Finns party has been described as right-wing and far-right. It is a nationalist and national conservative party that opposes immigration, while on foreign stances it is Eurosceptic. The party combines left-wing economic policies and economic nationalism with socially conservative values and ethnic nationalism. Oh my god, they're Nazbols. Several researchers have described the party as fiscally center-left. I don't believe them. Socially conservative and a center. I've noticed all of these left economically, right socially, populist parties are mysteriously very effective at putting forward their far-right social agenda and mysteriously ineffective at putting forward any kind of left economic agenda. This seems to keep happening over and over. Like, well, okay, you're right socially, you're left economically, and you take a look at their track record, and it's, just nonstop advocacy for far-right social stuff. And then on the left economic stuff, they're like, unions are okay as long as they're, like, white people only. It's not possible to be socially right-leaning and economically left-leaning. It's not a real thing. They don't actually exist. People who are far-right socially are anti-egalitarian, and there is no way you can be anti-egalitarian while also being in favor of economic parity. It's not a real thing that has ever really existed. Sincerely, it doesn't. There are social programs that are pushed by far-right groups, but they're usually in service of some kind of broader, national stability or favorability towards certain kinds of social groups. Kind of like the way the Nazis had welfare programs for women who popped out a bunch of babies. Not really about alleviating poverty. It's actually just about, more babies. While noting its strong support for the Finnish welfare state, it also calls for austerity policies to curb deficit spending. How the fuck do you simultaneously support the Finnish welfare state, but also for austerity? How do you do both of those things at the same time? What austerity and what? Listen to this fucking mess. The party's supporters have described themselves as centrists. The party's drawn people from left-wing parties, but central aspects of their manifesto have gained support from right-wing voters as well. They've been compared by international media to other Nordic populist parties and similar nationalist and right-wing populist movements in Europe, while noting its strong support for the Finnish welfare state, but it also wants austerity policies. What the fuck are you talking about? They literally avoid giving any clear policy because they're incoherent and make big empty promises. Wow. Far-right so-called populists broadly gesturing at left-leaning economic policies to win support without doing anything. Wow. Time is a flat circle. Scroll down to their cultural policies. Yeah. Fiscal policies. Raise capital gains tax, progressive tax, reinstitution of wealth tax. That sounds nice. The willingness to pay taxes is guaranteed by having a unified people. Sweeney has stated the Finns party is a workers' party without socialism. A researcher for the opinion polling company Talustutskimus agreed, describing the Finns party as a non-socialist workers' party. State support for rural regions, including support for agriculture. Increased state investment in infrastructure and industry. Where's the austerity coming in then? Notice how everything they're saying here, by the way, are words, not policies they've actually achieved. Aspiration to energy self-reliance, support for nuclear energy, pro-industry environmental policy. So not environmentalist, great. Party of the Finns strongly supports the peat industry, which produces massive amounts of greenhouse gases, even proposed exempting this production from any tax. Pro-wealth tax, pro-worker, but also, hey, energy companies, would you like to not be taxed while you, without regulation, run rampant across the countryside? The party has strongly denounced the Paris Climate Agreement, saying it was catastrophic for the economy. Cultural policies. Teaching healthy national pride in schools because the unity of citizens is the basis of society. Removal of the obligatory character of the second official language, Swedish and Finnish language schools and vice versa, in curriculum at all levels, freeing up time for the learning of other foreign languages such as English, German, French, Spanish, and Russian. Support for cultural activities that promote Finnish identity. Subsidizing traditional art over postmodern art. A poll commissioned by the Helsingin Sanomat at the time of the controversy found that a majority, 51%, that's a slim majority, of Finns agreed with the party's stance on ending subsidies for postmodern art. Social policies. Rejection of gender identity. What the fuck does that even mean? This is a nonsense statement. Why couldn't it say like rejection of trans identity? Like what do you mean rejection of gender identity? Opposition to same-sex marriage, same-sex adoption, and in vitro fertilization given to same-sex couples and single women. And single women? Damn, they're really going for it. And then they're anti-immigrant because they're racist, obviously. Outlaw begging in public places. Ah, yes. The economically left party sweeping homeless people off the street. Truly the the vanguard of the poor and impoverished. Tougher punishments for violent crime, more resources for police and prosecutors, opposition to any incorporation of Sharia law into judicial practices. There isn't any. I remember this big controversy where people were pretending that Sharia law was going to take over the West or something. And like it never happened and it never was going to happen and it didn't matter, but they were like terrified of it anyway. Okay, so yeah, these people stand for literally nothing. They're pro economically left social policies. They're in favor of higher taxes in the welfare state, but they want to sweep homeless people off the street and they don't want to tax energy companies who destroy the environment. They describe themselves as pro-business. When it comes to energy policy and agriculture. Okay. They're racists, like pretty clearly, and they want to like keep immigrants out and blah blah teach Finnish values, and all the dog whistles associated with that. Great, phenomenal. They're also like pro-social policy, but they're also pro-austerity. But despite being pro-austerity, they want to increase police spending? Like, where was the austerity coming in? Exactly. Just a complete nonsense party, a clown party. Fuck, the GOP is more ideologically coherent. This is old info. They've openly pivoted to right on economy. Not surprising. Second most popular party. I guess it just goes to show that the Finnish are a deeply unserious people. How many people are even in your fucking country? 5.5 million? Why should I even fucking care? Why should I even care about your stupid fucking... Dude, we have like a majority of our states, I'm pretty sure, have more population than this. Not a majority. Like 5 million, that's like it's 2% of our country's population. Not to mention Finland is apparently experiencing like no population growth. Hello? Sweden's population is going up, probably because they accept immigrants. Norway's population is going up, albeit slowly. Finland's been stagnating. Too racist to fuck. True. To be fair, would you want to be Finnish? Nah, I hear rates of depression are really high up in the Nordic countries. The furthest north that I would want to go, maybe, would be the Netherlands. Um, and also because Not Just Bikes is there, and I really like his videos. But yeah, that it's too little sunlight up there. I feel like it would. I feel like it'd fuck with my because I get seasonal depression pretty bad anyway. Why is depression higher up there? Probably not enough vitamin D. Aren't you more north than the Netherlands now? Um, am I? Seattle. It's latitude, right? No, is it longitude? I always mix them up. I think it's longitude. It is latitude. You were right. Oh, okay. It is latitude. I should have been more. I should have been more confident. I guess we could just see on a. We could just see on a map. No, no, I'm not. Seattle isn't. Assuming that these coordinates are correct, Seattle's here, and then you go across, and this puts me more or less like in the middle of France. Nor like people don't know. Europe is really far up there. It is a northern space. It's up there, you know? It's cold up there. Yeah, let me see if I can find a not as much of a JPEG of an image. Oh, these images suck. What the Here we go. Does this one suck? Yeah, it sucks too. Whatever. Yeah, but you can see Seattle's like right here. That's this little dot you see right here is Puget Sound, which is the bay. You go over here, and that's right in the middle of France. So all of Germany is north. The UK is all north. Then the Netherlands are right here. Yeah, Denmark's there. The Netherlands are here. There's Finland. Look at how far north Finland is. Like, for comparison, the southernmost part of Finland is farther up than the area of Canada that is considered uninhabitable tundra. Like if you bring the latitude over, this area of Canada is not populated for good reason. In fact, this part of Canada isn't populated for good reason. Something like 90% of Canada's population is right here along the US or pretty close to it, where it's not as oppressively cold. There's a map showing exactly your point. Scroll down a bit. Comparing the latitude of North America. Ah, I see. God damn. Okay, here we go. If you can parse this information visually, that makes it pretty clear. That right there is Puget Sound, where Seattle is nestled on top of. First of all, massive crash. The continental shelves have drifted, and everyone is dead. But point number two, like, yeah, take a look at Finland, man. Finland's like, Finland's up there, like with fucking Greenland. Seriously, this is the southern Cape of Greenland. People don't live in Greenland. I guess some people do. Greenland population. It can't be that high. 56,000. Okay. Greenland has the population of one medium-sized Midwestern town. Okay, people don't live in Greenland, but all of Finland is Greenland height or latitude. Greenland has the world's highest suicide rate, I think. Yeah, a huge like it's just chemistry. A big part of like your emotional regulation is down to vitamin D, and vitamin D you get from the sun. And even if you don't go outside that often, you get vitamin D from light pouring in through your windows and stuff when it's sunny outside. And you know, if you have winters where the sun just doesn't pop up, like yeah, it does. Finland has a very low suicide rate, though. Is that true? Finland has lower depression rates than the US? Really? Oh, that's actually very surprising to hear. I wonder how much of that is because they have a better healthcare system that's able to, like, you know, respond to it. But that's very interesting to hear. Looks like Ukraine has the highest depression rate. Could also have, like, different diagnostic criteria. But I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I still do not think I'd want to live this far north. I don't, yeah. Finland was actually ranked #1 in world happiness recently. Okay, well, this is kind of destroying my narrative. I still don't want to live in a country that far north. Yeah, maybe it's because it's really pretty over there. Why Finland is the happiest country on earth? The fuck? No, no, no. We're getting way too in the weeds right there. Finland, natural beauty. Okay, let's just say it's because it's beautiful over there. Like, look at this. Oh my god. It's far enough north that they have the northern lights, you know? Like pretty easily, I think. It's pretty easy to see. God damn. I'm sure there's a lot of color correction going on in these images, but like holy shit. This looks like a fucking Elden Ring like painting. It's very pretty. Just like Elden Ring. Sorry, I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring lately.